What is up, guys? Teddy Cornwell here. Welcome to the Underdog Talk podcast, the world's most underrated podcast on earth. You see him, a man of many talents. I call him a jackknife, is what they say. The one and only Mr. Antonio Gibson. What is up, sir? How you doing today?
I'm good. How about you? How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm excited for football. I'm sure you're feeling the same way. And obviously, training camp is almost done and preseason is starting. What are your thoughts on going into season this season? This is season number 4 or 5?
Six.
Six. I was way
Six.
off. Six, yeah, with the Commanders. Season 6. What are the thoughts going into this one like?
Just hoping to change the narrative. I haven't been too blessed to have, winning seasons through my career. So, I'm kind of feeling that energy from the team and the coaching staff of a big change. I'm excited about that. So as we keep progressing towards the season, I'm excited for this preseason game to see where we at when things are actually, live and official, and to see what else we need to build on from there.
And 100%, I think the Patriots have a great future ahead. Young talent, young core, electrifying coach Mike Vrabel. How has he kind of shifted the dynamics of the Patriots culture in the short time he's been there, Antonio?
I would just say the standard. I feel like every coach is on the same page. As far as to like, if one thing's being said in one room, is being said across every room. Like, and that's a small thing, but like, just that there goes so far. Like, we all speak the same language. We all know the standard of the team goals, offense, defense, and special teams, and we all know it. Like, it's not just said in one room, and then it's kind of clueless to everybody else. Everybody's on the same page, and that's kind of a big thing.
In year 6 is some big things ahead of you. I've been a big fan of you since the Memphis days. Watched you as a Redskin at that time, and obviously you're the third Commander slash Redskin player. We've had Austin Eckler and Alfred Morris on the podcast, so it's a great culture there. Going into year 6, what do you want to prove to yourself? Obviously, it's a new role, second year on the team. What is that all kind of like?
Just to be the best me, man. Like I said, I haven't been blessed to be on, winning seasons. And that's kind of, I want to get back to that, man. So like, whatever role that is for me, if it's just strictly playing running back or if it's strictly playing special teams, like whatever I can do to provide for the team to get, back in that winning column, that's what I'm gonna do. So to be the best teammate I could be, and just to get back to that winning culture, man. I miss it, and hopefully this year is that year.
Yeah, and something that really interests me about your playing style is obviously you're a player. What has kind of been the biggest mental or physical shift you've had to make to transition full time into an NFL running back and a returner from the college level?
It's just nonstop learning for me. I don't know if a lot of people know, but like that's probably the hardest thing that I've had to do, and then kind of take the criticism
Yeah,
of doing stuff that running backs have been doing their whole life. So like it's kind of like they get it, but like me, like I learn each and every year. Like this year I'm learning different things, with the running back coach I got now, and it's just helping me improve. But like I had to do all this at the highest level, and so like to get criticized on running back stuff, and in my head I'm like, dude, I'm still learning the game. Like reading defenders, setting up, like all that stuff took time throughout the league, and that was probably the hardest thing that I had to do throughout the league. And then with the kickoff return, just the change, it's a big difference from what it, like, especially with the rule change. It's a big difference. There's not too much setting up blocks you could do. Is really just running, finding an open hole, and it's really depending on your blockers. Like that. I mean, the last one was too, but like this one is big time, depending on your front line. And that's a big change, honestly. But
yeah.
the more we do it, the more we learn from it.
And I think something about your game each year it gets to me more flashy. It gets more um, a veteran style. You can see it in your game. You talked about that criticism, Antonio. Kind of when you're going through that slump, like everyone does, or dealing with that criticism. Um, what do you do, or how do you stay locked in to be the athlete you are?
Just trust yourself. Like I've been playing sports for a long
Mhm.
time. I'm capable of playing running back. Like I show, plenty of times that I could play running back. But it is certain things. It's just like I wish I knew now I wish I knew what I knew now, like my rookie year. Like I feel like that, like if I knew all the stuff I knew now my rookie year, like my whole career would probably be different. But that's just, the path I had to take, and I wouldn't change it for nothing. But I just had a learning curve, and that's something I had to deal with. But you just gotta ignore the noise, put your head down and work. You're not the only one dealing with it. I'm probably not the only one, who switched positions or learning something as they got to the league. So it's life. It comes with football, sports, and you just gotta deal with it. Ignore the noise, and you know what you're capable of.
100%. And what's something you would go back and tell yourself on draft day that you now know now about yourself? It could be your career, it could just be something mentally. What would you tell yourself on draft day? Hey, Antonio, this is what I'm going to tell you.
Man, if I had to tell myself something, uh, stay clear-minded.
Mhm.
Don't let the outside noise get to you. It's a part of life. You play the game, people watch the game. So it's always gonna be outside noise, and don't let it get in, man. Because once you let it get in, that's when things get hectic. Get in your mental. You start acting different, not even knowing it, but it do affect you, and it could change a lot in the way you do stuff and how you think about stuff. So if I was to tell myself, man, I'll stay clear minded, keep your head down, and just continue to work.
Yeah, stay humble and be blessed. And you've had, to me, an amazing career so far. And I think it's just the tip, or not the tip. I think it's just the start of what you can do. To me, one of the games that stood out to me about you was the Cowboys game when you just went off on my team. And I'm a Cowboys fan, Antonio. So thank you for that. But what moment in your NFL career kind of made you stop and say, "Hey, I really belong here. I made it in the NFL."
Um, Dang, it's been a minute, man, since I had a game. Like I feel like it's been a minute. I really, honestly, like me, truly being honest, I don't feel like I had a game like that since my first 2 years in the league. But like, my role, of course, my role got reduced, and my time started. My role kind of changed as the years got on, and I'm just that's kind of what I'm looking for, man. Whenever that opportunity comes, man, I'm gonna really show people what I'm capable of. I still don't feel like people see my complete game yet. Like you said, that game right there, like I still knew nothing about running back. That was just you know what I'm saying? Like that was just raw talent. Like
Yeah,
so, I feel like everything that I'm learning now and like what I know now, like if I get that opportunity again, like I'm gonna shake some heads. Like all right, like he looked like a real running back now. Like
yeah.
so,
Well, I'll hype you up because I think last year one game I really liked, that you shown was the Seattle Seahawks game. I just saw that flash in you, and I could just tell he's got a lot coming to you. And Underdog Talk, I think the world is going to be prepared and needs to be on standby for what you're going to do this year, because your playing style is just so unique and so versatile. I really think it's one of one on that. Have you done anything different in training camp this year or in the off season, to prepare you for year six, Antonio?
man, just locking into like to knowing everything, running back to fronts to the to the line, like fronts, linebackers, DB, safety rotations. Literally learning, like trying to learn every detail in the offense, and I'm learning like once you know all of that stuff, and it's kind of like second nature to you, and you're not just learning the plays. Like everything comes easy. Like eye discipline and protection. Like you play so much faster, and that's
Yeah,
and that's kind of what I appreciate about these coaches. They kind of taught me that this year. Like if you know what you know, like it's so quick. Like you can react so much quicker out of the backfield. You can react so much quicker in the run game. And, I'm excited to like put that to the test and actually see like how much that improved my game. When things get flying around and in this live action.
100%. And I think another thing to add, we talked about Vrabel. It's the young quarterback from UNC going into year two. Um, solid year one. We saw the potential of Drake May. What is it like, being on the team with Drake May, catching passes from him as you do, and taking the handoffs as you do? What's that all like, being with Drake May?
Um, just to see the growth from last year to
Yeah.
this year, like you said, you kind of seen a rookie go in and just give all he got. And, this year is kind of coming together like a true leader, knowing the ins and outs of the offense. The way we have the offense set up, man, he's looking good in the pocket,
Hmm.
making comfortable throws, making checks when need to be checked. Like he's starting to get it. He's starting to lock in. So he continues to improve in that, and the more he learns, the more we can untap in the offense, and you could kind of like slowly start seeing that each day. And so whatever they're doing in the quarterback room, they're doing a good job, and he's doing a good job applying it to the field.
And I think another young man from LSU who will help you, and you'll be running behind. I mean, is your draft pick. That guy seems like he is the most hungry guy in the room. What's that? What was that? What's it like being behind him in practice, and what's that all been like?
You could tell like he just got that dog in him. Like
Yeah.
he gonna compete. He ain't gonna never. I don't think I heard him complain about anything. Even if it's a bad rep, good rep, like he gonna strap up, go to the next rep, and then come out the next day and compete again. So that's one thing I could definitely say about him. We definitely got us a dog up there up front with that one. He gonna compete. Correct what he need to correct. And he gonna go out there, try his best to do it, and he gonna continue to get better. And, like you said, it's kind of early to be speaking on it, but
Mhm.
once we strap up and put pads on, I'm pretty sure he'll surprise everybody.
Yeah, I think truly. I think this is the new revamped Patriots offense. Obviously, like we talked about, Coach Vrabel brings such a veteran style to the team, a leadership that is unmatched. Now, can you walk us through your kind of pregame ritual? I'm always interested in this. Obviously, there's more than us fans can see on a Sunday. What is a typical pregame Sunday, Thursday, or Monday like for you, Antonio?
So mine is not too crazy, man. I show up probably like an hour before, make sure I get some treatment, stretch. But going into like my last couple years, I kind of chill, man, before the game. Like I don't try to go out there and do too much before the game, and I learned that really helps me. Not doing too much before the game, just chilling, man. We done. As long as I stretch before I go out to the game, like I'm good. I don't gotta do all that extra stuff before the game. Listen to some music. I don't got a certain type of music. I could be playing anything from from country to pop to rap. Like I mix it up. So I don't
Like,
nothing in particular. And then game time shit. It's game time, but nothing like direct to where like I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this. I
yeah.
got to do that. Yeah.
Something you hit on is that nutrition part, and obviously nutrition, recovery, sleep. What's one area of performance that most players underestimate out of those big three?
I say sleep, man.
Hmm.
Sleep for sure. Like I've been in the league for a while, so like it's been a couple games where like I couldn't get no sleep, no good sleep before the game, and it'll affect you big time. Like going into a game, like and you like tired, like that's probably like the worst feeling ever. Like not having no energy or anything like that. So I would say sleep. Like a
Yeah,
lot of people think you could just get by without sleep. Like you definitely need your sleep. So I say that's the biggest out of those three.
100%. Now, I'm so excited to see you play. I really am. What is one thing you're looking forward to this season? Obviously, we talked about kind of going to a winning team. What is something you're looking forward to this season, Antonio?
Just building, man.
Hmm.
Like I said, I haven't been on that other end
Yeah.
of a good season. So man, just to see how this season go, how we start off, how we fight back, the things we go through, and how we gonna react to it. Man, I'm excited about the unknown right now. Honestly, I'm not just gonna sit here and say like we're
Yeah.
gonna win every game, but I'm excited to see how we respond and how everything that they're instilling in us now, how it shows up in those big games and down the long run, and how we can respond to those.
something that's cool, and I don't know if you ever kind of take a step back and think about this. You've inspired a lot of young athletes, which is pretty damn cool that you've done that. What kind of legacy um, do you want to leave in the NFL, leave with your career, Antonio?
Man, that's a good question, man. I'm trying to. I feel like a lot of people do give me my respect, but like, man, I swear, like y'all haven't even seen the half of it yet. Like, it's it's humbling for sure. I've been in the league for a while. I know how it goes. It's just a position I'm in. But man, when I get my opportunity, dog, like I really got to show folks like what I'm really capable of. I show little glimpses here and there, but like I just want to show people what a complete game look like, and then from there you can kind of tell like what kind of legacy I want to leave in the league. Like he was that guy. Like he was one of those athletes that can do anything. So that's what I want to leave behind.
I think we'll be saying the name Antonio Gibson a lot this season. And you're on the Underdog Talk podcast, Antonio, the world's most underrated podcast, where there is something about the underdog. So you're on the perfect podcast where underdog turns into legend. Now, what has been one of your underdog moments in your career that can be from Memphis, community college, NFL, where you kind of were overlooked? And I know you talked a little bit about that, but you overcame, you rose to the occasion, and you proved a lot of MFers wrong.
Uh, I'll say my most underdog moment would have to be Memphis,
Mhm,
man.
mhm. Yeah,
And it's hard to call it an underdog statement because we had so many players there. If you look at that roster from my
yeah,
junior year to my senior year, like we had some guys, so like it kind of showed, and those guys been there from freshman, so they kind of earned their respect to get on that field. But I still felt like I could have helped the team my junior year. My junior year, man, I did all special
yeah,
teams, and I'm not talking about returning the ball. Like I was blocking for Tony Pollard,
yep,
punt return, kickoff. Like I was doing the good work with the special teams, and nothing wrong with that.
mm,
But I felt like I could have been producing on offense. Yeah, I kind of had to take that role from after being the guy in high school, being the guy in JUCO, being told I was the next guy in Memphis, and then having to do all that of my junior year. Man, that was super humbling. But at the same time, like man, like I know I can be playing, and then going into my senior year, starting off, it was kind of the same thing, like starting off early. But I made a big play versus Southern, which was it was like I expect that to like a 50 yarder. Start getting more plays each and every game, and then come college game day versus SMU, which a lot of people know me for, kickoff return,
yep,
receiving touchdown, rushing touchdown, and man, that was like I overcame like everything what they thought about me or what they thought I wasn't capable of. Like I showed them that day,
yeah.
like I can do whatever, like receiver, running back, special like. So that was probably my biggest underdog moment right there.
And as I opened the podcast with kind of that versatile, I called you versatile, a jack of all trades. Now, what did you learn about yourself on that day? Obviously, you kind of showed a lot of people who you already were. But what did you learn about yourself on that day?
That I could overcome anything. It's kind of what I'm dealing with now.
Yeah,
Honestly, if you want to be real, like
yeah,
I done been challenged before. I done been in places that I didn't want to be, and I knew I could, be doing a little bit more. But it's nothing to just put your head down, continue to work, and it's all about opportunity. Like when that opportunity come, you make the best of it, and that's how you earn respect. You earn your role. Like, and, I feel like I probably lost that a little bit of my career early on, and that's kind of what made me shake back, and I had to deal with that. So I blame myself for it. But that day there told me I can overcome anything, and I
yeah.
always had that mindset, regardless of what I'm going through, I'm gonna overcome.
I love it. I love it. And is it weird to you, kind of now that you're one of the veterans on the team? You've kind of become one of the veterans. I mean, is that kind of weird to
Yeah,
just kind of step back and be like, hey, I was a rookie, and it felt like yesterday. Now I'm in year
yeah,
6, and people are looking up to me on the team. Is that a little weird to you, Antonio?
yeah, yeah, for sure. I was about to say one of the rookie running backs we got now, Land.
Yeah.
Came in and I don't even think I ain't never really say nothing to him, but he was like, I was like, "How you doing?" or something. I said, "What's your name?" or something. He's like, "Lane." He's like, and he said something. He's like, "Yes, sir." I'm like, "Hey, bro, I'm your teammate, bro. Don't be calling me yes, sir, bro. Like, don't be doing me like that. Like I ain't
Now,
that old."
now the cool thing is when you were a rookie and year one, year two, you were with some pretty cool veterans in Washington.
Yeah, I was.
What is kind of one thing you learned from one of those veterans in the locker room that kind of stuck with you long term and has kind of influenced you in your playing career?
Um, I would say just like anything, like if they ever have any questions or if they ever need talking, like on field stuff, off field stuff, like just be there for them. Like we done all been there. We know how the rookie season go. It could be tough sometimes. Like it's a lot to deal with, and then it's not just football, man. They
Yeah,
gotta adapt to football. They gotta adapt to family and friends and things of that nature. So like finances, like it's so much stuff that goes on that a lot of people wouldn't even think about. So like just being there for them. Like if they ever need anything, be open arms. Like talk to them, tell them your experiences, tell them what you know did and how you do it. And of course it'll be different for them, but just let them know like, hey, I done been there, and whatever you need help with, I do my best to help you out. So that's kind of what the vets did for me, and that's what I'll continue to do for anybody.
100%. Now, you mentioned something interesting. There's more to football, and obviously, it's a game we love. I watch, you play. What else do you enjoy doing outside of the game you love? And no, what are your other hobbies? What's one hobby that might surprise us, Antonio?
Not surprised, but man, I'm a I might say addicted to video games, man. I love video games. That's all I do, man. Football, study, video games, family. Like that's all I do.
And we had Osiris Torrance on the podcast last week, and I asked him this question. I want to ask you this: is it weird, or do you play with yourself in Madden?
Nah, so I don't actually.
Really?
I don't even think I touched Madden this year. Like,
Oh, okay, okay.
so I started off playing and then it's like but I don't play with myself. I don't know. Like
That's
I
still pretty
never
cool, though. That's pretty cool.
yeah, for sure. I'm not gonna say I haven't. I for sure have. Like I for sure done did a whole season with myself, like Dynasty and stuff like that. But on a consistent basis, nah.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I think that'd be pretty cool. And I asked Osiris this last week, and I want to hear your perspective. How cool is it seeing, and to add on to that Madden question, how cool is it seeing your name on the back of jerseys, on playing cards, in stadium brochures? I mean, how cool is that?
Um, I say like that's just top tier. Like that's something like playing in the NFL is something we always dreamed about. A
Yep.
lot of us, anyways. And then like to come with that, like the cars, to have the
Yep.
personal cars, to be in a Madden game, like all this extra stuff, like people wearing your jerseys in the stand, little kids wearing your jerseys, like man, that's just a bonus, man, and that's just like a release to like you made it, dude. Like what I'm saying, you worked so hard to get here, and you, man, this is what you dreamed of, and it's a great feeling.
And what I want to do is first 10 people to follow Antonio Gibson on the podcast. Send me a DM. You'll be entered in to get an Antonio Gibson Memphis Tigers jersey. We're going old
Memphis
school
Tigers,
on that.
okay.
We're rocking the Tigers. We're rocking the Tigers. We gotta go where it started. We could go community college. I don't know if they make this. It might have to be a custom jersey on that. Um, Now, as earlier I talked about, you kind of are a veteran. People look up to you. Fans look up to you. Uh, what would one tip be for someone who is watching this, looking to make it to the NFL like you once were, after what you've learned, what you've seen? Um, what would that one tip be?
uh One to
And it could be more than one if there's
I was about to say, man. I was about to say work ethic and respect, man. I feel like respect can go a long way, especially like kids today, man. They deal with a lot, like they got a lot going on, especially with like all the money involved. But like you never know, like who will be there, at the next job or your next coach or who might be in position to say, hey, you can come here, you cannot. Just man, respect and work ethic. If you got work ethic, you hustle, you got effort. Like almost every coach will vouch for you, man. And that's kind of what it's all about. As long as you're willing to learn, like that's a plus. And then just respect, man. Always have respect for your coaches, regardless of what you're going through. Of course, don't let nobody disrespect you, but keep it professional, man. Don't go cussing out or disrespecting anybody because you never know who's at the next job or at the next level when you get there, and you have to deal with this person again. So I say definitely think about that because coaches don't do nothing but revolve. Like they go to these
Yeah.
next places, and you're in that world, so you never know who you might run into again. So I say always have respect for folks, and it'll kind of travel. Like, hey, I know this guy. He work hard and he respectful. He do what he need to do, and that'll go a long way for you.
And 100% agree on that mentality. And again, I talked earlier about how I believe, and you haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg. That was the word I was looking for. The legacy is just writing itself and just starting now. And I don't want to kick you off, but post football, what are your aspirations? Obviously, Brian Urlacher made an interesting point on the podcast where post retirement happens. What do you want to be remaining in the game, or have you even thought about that yet?
I haven't thought too much about it, but I know when I'm done with football, man, I'm taking a break. Like some
Yeah,
people get done with football and they go right back to it, some type
that's
of
fair.
coaching, trainer, being with the team. I'm
That's
done. Like
fair.
I'm chilling for a while. Like I'm going to hang out with my family. We're getting
Yeah.
out the way. Give me some land and whatever we decide to do. That's what we'll do. But I know me and the wife, you have been like kind of on a business venture of what
Mhm.
we want to do in the long run. So I know that'll kind of be in the future plans right there. But other than that, I haven't thought too much about it. But for sure, something with the business side.
And correct me if I'm wrong. Is it congratulations in order? Did you just get married?
I did in March. I did. I did. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations on that. Yes, I saw you were on your honeymoon then recently. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I was in Aruba. Yep. Yep. Yep.
Well, congratulations on that. Just a few more questions for you, Antonio. You are a uh, very well-respected player, as I've mentioned. But to get there, you had to have a support team. Who's been one of the biggest supports in your football career, in your personal life, to help you get where you are today, sir?
If I just had to pinpoint to anybody, I gotta go my mom and my
Yep.
sister, man.
Yep. Mhm.
From beginning to end, man.
You just
They've been the two that's always been there. Of course my wife, as I had my NFL career, but from the very beginning to now, my
yeah,
mom and my sister, man, they've been my rock. They took care of me, so many sacrifices, and I can go on and on
yeah,
about them, but you know, that's my peoples right there.
that's family, and they're proud of you, man. And I can definitely see why. My final few questions for you is, just easy ones, and I always like to ask these. What is your pregame hype song? And obviously, you talked about you're a man of many talents, you're a man of many genres. Do you have one pregame hype song, Antonio?
I don't. I could promise, like that's kind of what I was getting at. I could listen to
Okay, okay,
one day it could be something I listened to in high school. The next day it might be something I just heard. So I literally switch it up all the time. Like I'm not a huge music guy. So like I
yeah,
can I can listen from stuff from 2000 to 2025. Like I'm all over the place.
100%. Most underrated player you've played with?
Most underrated,
Player you've played with?
just because off of the top of my back, man. Ooh, underrated. Would I call him underrated? I gotta say JD McKissick. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't feel like what I'm saying. I feel like if you ask people out, you be like, who JD McKissick? They
Yeah,
might say no, but like
running back
do your
Sanders.
research.
Yeah,
Do
running back.
your research.
Yeah, he's good.
No, I have to say JD McKissick, man. He taught me so much in the passing game as a
Mhm.
running back and third down and things like that. But I have to say JD McKissick. I got a lot of respect for him especially at running back.
100% respect, respect. Toughest defender you've gone up. Who's given you the most headache?
That's tough. I don't want to say giving me the most headache, but one of the toughest hits that I kind of dealt with was probably from the Cowboys. I don't want to say his name wrong, but he wore the neck pad, number 55,
Oh, Leighton,
Van.
Leighton Vander Esch. Yeah, he was
Man,
a
we met in the gap one time, and he kind of went sideways, and I went sideways. I was like, oh
yeah.
shit.
Hey, his rookie year he was a Pro Bowler, and he was a great linebacker. And wish he didn't
Yeah.
retire, but obviously things happen now. Final question for you, and this might be the most important one on this whole podcast. We've got some pretty deep questions. What is your favorite cheat meal after a big win?
Ooh, my favorite cheat meal. Out here in Boston is tough. I'm not gonna lie. No disrespect to Boston, but man, the food options are little to none. But I gotta go. I gotta go some wings.
Yes. Mhm.
Some wings or a good burger. That's probably my cheat meal.
Yeah, I don't think you can. I think that's the correct answer. I don't think you can beat that now. Antonio, as I've mentioned, I'm excited to see what you do, man. I think you got a lot going for you. Now, before we go, the floor is yours. Are you working on anything? What's the social media? Where can we follow you? What's all that?
Not too much working on anything, man, but do got a lot of stuff coming, especially for my hometown.
Yeah.
Planning on doing a lot. I kind of missed the camp this year, so I got to make up for that. And other than that, man, I'm on Instagram. Follow me and the wifey. My wifey is doing a lot of content. She's starting to overrun me. A lot of people ask about her more than they ask about me now. So give us a follow, man. Tune in. And, appreciate y'all.
And again, first 10 people to follow Antonio, send me a DM, and one of you will be selected to get a Memphis Tigers Antonio Gibson or Gibson jersey. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this podcast. Until next time, Antonio Gibson and the Underdog.